Alright, so this is going to be some more fun time with the Bolas jank deck, which is really just a mid-rangey life gain deck that rarely plays anything related to Bolas and still manages to get there, so you know, it's pretty sweet. This hand is it's not bad, but it's going to be very slow. I almost want to play the Grave and get the Wall of Ruins out. I prefer to save the shuffle triggers for unfavorable top decks with Bolas once it's out. So I'll probably hold up the other wilds if possible to save it. And this looks like it's going to be a quick game, so great. That's probably not gonna survive very long. We'll see. I think we'll play the backwater, throw out a wall. Can't throw out a wall because it costs blue mana. So learn to play Magic. It'll make things a lot easier. Next turn, something's coming in tapped unless we play the Water Grave untapped and try to draw two. We'd have to discard if we did that. Right? 1, 2... Yeah, probably be discarding. So... I think we just play the Grave tapped. Play the wall. And, buckle in for a, rough time. Buckle up and strap in, not buckle in. That's not correct. Not at all. And yeah. That's a lot of runaway Steamkins. I don't think I'm gonna win this one.
Let's get stoked.
Can't be blocked by blue creatures. So am I gonna be able to get out of this? Let's think. She can pump everything +2/+0, so 4, 4, 5, 5. So that's 14. I'm at 14. I gotta play a blocker. I guess. No, there's no point. Why would I? Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time. I keep forgetting that you just sometimes you just gotta scoop. Like, there's no point in playing it out. It's like wasting time to not just scoop. Try this again. I already finished the Ravnica Guild battle, didn't I? Yeah. So I ended up playing the Guild battle. I mostly used the Azorius deck. That was really really well rounded. The Flyers had a tendency to overwhelm pretty much every deck. My most common losses were against Boros and Gruul decks, which is why I ended up trying to switch to Gruul just to see how it would go. So it definitely floundered a little bit early game against aggro, but once it you know, found its foothold, it really was hard to disrupt and overwhelm. So I think it was pretty solid. Alright, so we're going to throw out the I think we'll throw out the Cove, and then next turn we'll play the Shrine untapped, play the Orator, then the following turn play the Primate, and play the Barons. I can pretty safely assume a lot of our creatures are going to be dying this game, so you know, I'm making plans, but it's kind of a futile notion. I'm sensing a disfigure. If he's smart, I mean, I don't know. I get that the order is annoying. Yeah, there's Disfigure right there. I know that the order is annoying, but I feel like there's enough stuff that makes Primates dangerous in the deck that you almost want to hold up the Disfigure for. What is that? Wow, that's a beefy boy. 3-drop. Wow, you can make some like fun madness decks with that card. I like it. I really want to brew some modern madness deck now. Damn. Rotting Regisaur. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. That's more damage than I really want to take. Hope we didn't top deck anything good. I don't think I can afford for him to have top decked anything good. I'm not even going to block it. I'll take the 7. I don't think he can deal 5 to me with a 4-mana card. Oh, and it was a swamp. Alright. Alright, I think we can stabilize. Throw out the wilds. Slam a guild mage, guard mage. Oh man, learn to talk. Slam a guard mage, and we're not going to be blocking with the primate, so we might as well attack with it. I wasn't sure last turn if I wanted to block with it, but I think we can pretty safely say we didn't want to. Now this is going to be annoying because he can keep bringing it back to its hand after the discard. All right, that's some pretty cool synergy. I like it. I wonder if is this in that mono black deck? I haven't really had a chance to look at it, so I'm not sure. Now, if we go down to if we don't block and we go down to 1, he could kill us with like a Soren's Thirst or something. So I think you have to block here. I think the trick is going to be nurturing that primate. Yeah, so going to 1 definitely would not have been the smart thing there. We've got triple black, so I think we take a white. All right. Well, we're going to be able to get the primate up to trading range. So I guess the question is really going to become, do we trade or do we I think we do I think we take the trade. He should have disfigured, I think he should have disfigured the primate so I couldn't get a clean trade out of it. But hey, you know, that's a matter of opinion, I guess. I just think that it would have made sense to do it, but hey, you know, maybe not. Alright, so we have a Citadel, and of course we got Samet in our hand, which is the worst place he can possibly be. 10 life isn't great. But I think we gotta go for gold here. I think we do. So we're just gonna slam that Citadel and pray for something other than land. Alright, let's go. Wall of Runes. Wall of Runes. I think we put it bottom for now. Alright, we got the order. Cool, cool. Draw 2. Okay. Let's gain a life. We'll gain 2 because it's the Angel of Vitality. Puts us up to 6. Let's play the Guardian, which puts us down to 1. But then it enters and we gain a little bit of extra life. Plus the Angel gave us a little more. So that's good. I think we should Surveil And I think we put that to the graveyard. I think we want to draw the backwater actually. And then we can play the rune, the wall of runes off the top. We'll get to scry. We can tuck the Tranquil Cove. Hopefully we get something good off it. Alright, we get a bond. Not ideal, but I think we have to play it. We don't have any options there. Alright, so what we're going to have to do now is we're going to be forced to actually attack. And then second main we can keep going, because otherwise we can't get the order out. So now we can play the order. We'll gain a little bit of life off of it. The Whisperer would have been nice to be able to play it off the top. And I think we are out of options now. So, yeah. Okay. He didn't top deck anything good. I think he might have wanted to actually keep that swamp up in his hand. Nothing has menace or anything like that, so I think we just chump here. Well, since he'll pump it. I think we do want to kill the Conquistador, and I think we'll just fog the skeleton. Yeah, that's fine. I can work with that. All right, so let's think. 4 life. So for starters, I think we're gonna want to cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is enough to play the Angel and the Whisperer. I think we're gonna do that. I think we'll play 1 Angel, and then we're gonna want to cast a Whisperer just to try and get a little bit of life up there. The Angels, yeah, they both are gonna trigger. So boom, boom. We're gonna go ahead and gain a life off of that. Okay, so he's out. Yeah. Yeah, man, you know, having Samet in my hand. So I'm not 100% sure about that sorcery, the life gain one. I think it's good. I'm still not quite sure how good it is. It's just, I'm having trouble evaluating it. I think maybe it's a little bit better as a one of in the deck. Because let's look at this deck list again. Yeah, let's look at this. Alright, so we've got, it might almost be better to cut this to 1 and then put Samet up to 2. This way, if we do get one in our hand, we don't mind as much. Because Bond, you cast it 1 time and that pretty much solidifies the game for you, I think. Do we have 4 primates? We don't. Okay. That's fine. I think that change is I think it's a safe change. I think it's a pretty good idea. Oh, we got a pack, didn't we? Let's see what we've got. Let's see. Safara, Sky's Blade. You may pay 1 and tap 4 untap creatures you control with flying, rather than play its mana cost. Pay its mana cost. Flying lifelink. That's cool. I like that. I don't think I'd necessarily play it in a deck, but you know, I like it. Definitely. I haven't looked into it, but I'm curious how the matchmaking is in this game, because you know, I'm not playing against tier 1 decks, certainly. You know, I'm playing against a combination of, like, it looks like maybe precons and homebrews and stuff. So I wonder if there's like a rare or mythic threshold in the deck or something that determines what decks you're going against, unless the game is analyzing the decks against like metagame deck lists or something. He's probably taking the... That's a tough choice, actually. I was gonna say Primate, but I think... Well, the Doom Whisperer enables... Yeah, the Doom Whisperer enables the entire deck to go off, so... You know, knowing that, you'd want to take the Doom Whisperer, but Primate means he's really looking for an early game strategy here, which Black-Red, you know, kind of should have made clear. I think we almost pitched the Cavalier. But it doesn't get shuffled in when it dies, right? Yeah, so... Oh, I think we just dropped the wall. Now, this is interesting. I think we're going to play the Symmetry. And I think we're going to go grab the... I think we're going to just grab a Citadel now. It's a little risky, I think, because... he is making it... he is, you know, showing a discard deck. So... it's definitely risky. And, you know, I think I just probably set him up for a nice linear transition into mid-game from that tutor. So, well, alright. So, at least he didn't do it with the Citadel. But, yeah, I don't know. I think, I think this is going to be tough. Yeah, without the Whisperer, I think my chances of winning this are pretty slim. Because I gotta make it through 2 turns of hand disruption to keep that Citadel there, assuming I make both land drops. Yeah, so not. You know, if he hits the Citadel, I'm just gonna scoop. There's no point in playing it out. So let's see what we get. Yeah, it's game. Yeah, definitely no point in playing that out. Alright. So, hopefully, alright, so it looks like the deck's weakness, which I don't think is a tremendous surprise, but the deck's weakness is clearly hand disruption. And more specifically, Bolas Citadel disruption. Who would have thought in a deck that was built around a 2-of in the deck? Why would you ever think that that would be susceptible to disruption of its only combo? But honestly, Primates get there though. I have won games just with Primates, which I guess really isn't that surprising, considering how good they are. I like that they brought him back, and I like that they made him a, at least in my opinion, they made him a little bit more of a viable strategy when you compare him to, like, even just, you know, when he was back in, I think it was M11. He wasn't all that great then. He was fine, he was pretty good, but there weren't any decks really taking advantage of him. Whereas now, I mean, you really, you know, that mono white deck, that the mono white precon alone is pretty, you know, really fits him in there nicely. And we want to, no, I think we just drop the Angel next turn. Play the Shrine tapped this turn. So I like seeing that because, yeah, Merfolk. Fair linear aggro decks are a pretty, I don't want to say favorable matchup, but they're not terrifying to deal with. The life gain in this deck is pretty heavy, so I shouldn't have that much trouble sustaining against an aggro deck. Especially an aggro deck that does not feature large amounts of targeted creature removal, which, you know, black has an abundance of. So, yeah, unless he really slams a crazy threat this turn, I think it's pretty much game. River Sneak, I haven't seen that in any Merfolk decks, but I like it. Wow, so that's actually pretty strong. I really should take back what I said. Yeah, he's making me eat those words. So obviously we're gonna play the Barons, try to not die. I'm almost thinking I'm going to leave these guys up as blockers at this point. 3 turns with the Angel would be lethal. Yeah, you know, I think we'd want to try and squeeze at least 1 swing in with the Angel. Next turn, we're going to drop a... What does that do? So, what is this enchantment? This is... Whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, make a blue 1/1. Ah, it's so good. Why don't we play this in Modern Merfolk? Why don't we do blue-green Merfolk in Modern? I feel like the whole mid-rangey Merfolk deck of Modern is... I don't know, I would probably be losing with my Modern Merfolk deck against this deck right now if I went, you know, head-to-head with it. Very interesting. Alright, we're going to gain a little bit of life here. We're going to gain 5, I think. I don't know. I think we... Do we save the Barons? I think we play the Barons so we can get a Guardian out next turn. Yeah. So he's going to have to block the Primate. So I think we send the Primate in. He's going to out-chump it. Yeah, that's the one thing. It doesn't have trample. So here's a situation where the where that sorcery that taps down their team and gives my guys lifelink would have been nice. Obviously, it wouldn't be relevant until next turn anyway, but this is definitely an example of where that value would be. So yeah, I think we play the Spiritual Guardian. If we get an untapped land, then we'll play the Primate and then the Guard Mage. Otherwise, I think we just play the Guardian. Interesting. I don't know that I would have scooped if I was him. I really don't think I would have scooped there. He had a 2-turn clock with the Flyers, but he had a 2-turn board in terms of lethal damage. You know, unless I could really gain a bunch of life the next turn. I think he had that. I really think he had that game. I don't know. I guess I'll have to kind of go back and look at it. Maybe look at the video and do some math. But he had... I mean, just the unblockable one alone was a 3-turn clock. Easily. Probably less than a 3-turn clock. I mean, obviously he needed at least a 2-turn clock. But I don't know. If he really just has no faith in, you know, I guess he knew his deck really well and knew there was nothing that could bring him back, but I don't know. I kind of felt like he had a shot there. So do we want to play Scheming Symmetry now and risk the tempo loss of it being on top? And, yeah, you know, so the reason I like playing Scheming Symmetry immediately is because... the later you play it, the more likely your opponent's going to be able to use it to get something tailored against your deck. Whereas right now, they don't know what to get. They see white-black, so they're most likely thinking, you know, vampires, so anti-aggro cards, or like white-black, like discardy stuff. But most likely they're going to be thinking vampires. So they're most likely going to get a card that disrupts aggro decks, rather than a card that, you know, is going to strip Bolas Citadel on my hand or, you know, destroy it when it hits the field. So hopefully that's where they're thinking right now. Who knows? It's frustrating that I haven't been able to get Bolas to go off many of these games. I mean, there's only one game so far that I've been recording that... it went off, at least today. I mean, other days I got I got it to go off, and I definitely have some videos there, but I'd like to see some more of those. What is he doing? He's got a discard. He definitely has to discard. Unless he play. Sorry. Unless he plays something. I think we play the Evolving Wilds and pass. So he's on life gain. Which I can... You know, as long as he doesn't get a Primate too early. Like now. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that. I think, do we get a swamp? I think we get the swamp. Even though most of my tap lands do, yeah, most of them provide black. So, it's questionable whether or not that was actually the correct play. Double white is necessary only for the Spectral Guardian. I believe that's the only double white card in the deck, so I didn't feel it was necessary to grab double white here. And, you know, triple black obviously is a pretty tall order. And that's a Primate. So, we're going to have to close this game out quickly. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. It's going to be a combination of chump blocking and backpedaling, I think. I love this card, Winged Words. I think it's a great card. Really do. Alright, so no attacks. Alright, so we have a wall, so we have a chump blocker. We'll drop the wilds, grab. Probably, you know, I think we'll still grab a... I mean, alright, technically you'd want to grab a swamp. Just for the sake of, you know, protecting the triple black base. And he's not going to have land destruction in white that I know of, but like just in terms of general, you know, general play, you'd want to always try and protect, you know, the triple black on your land base. That's gonna be a problem. All right, so I guess we probably hold up the Evolving Wilds now, and play the Barons instead. And the reason for that is depending on the next card. So we'll see what the wall gives us. All right. So I think we do need the order on top. Yeah, I think we need the order on top. And we'll play the Barons now. And we're not going to attack. Yeah, like, you know, obviously, yes, you can argue that there's lots of free attacks that I'm missing, but in the same respect, I care a lot more about blockers right now. Like the turn, you know, whenever I go off, it's going to kill him. So I care more about maintaining as many blockers as possible at any given moment, regardless of whether or not I'm actually blocking with him. I need the options there. You know, I don't know what he's going to pump, if he can pump stuff. It's just the safest play here is to keep the Angel untapped as a potential blocker. So yeah, the Primate's gonna be pretty big now. So we're gonna need to block it with the Wall of Runes, I think. He didn't attack with the wall. Why would... Oh, because I can exile attacking cruisers. He's waiting for me to tap out, probably. That's fine. So I think we take the 4 from the War Leader. I can't imagine what he's going to be doing, but I don't want to risk losing the Angel, so I think we take the 5. Next turn is going to be a little tricky, so we're going to play the Wilds. We're going to play the Impassioned Orator. I don't have any targets for Revival, unfortunately. So it's going to be a little tricky. And we're just going to pass turn here. So it's gonna be tough. We're gonna need to, ideally, I think we would top deck a basic land. Yeah, I mean the ideal thing here is to top deck the basic land so that we can play Bolas Citadel without cracking. I mean, we have to crack the wilds at the end of this turn, unfortunately. Don't auto pass. Don't auto pass. Yeah, unfortunately, we need to crack the wilds. I mean, if we knew we had a basic on top, we wouldn't crack the wilds. But since we don't know, we have to. Otherwise, we can't play the Citadel next turn. So, yeah. If Bond of Discipline made them unable to untap next turn for like 1 more mana, I would love that card. As it currently stands, it's not anything too spectacular. I think now is when we go with the chump on the War Leader. And the reason being is that we need to keep as much life as we can for the Citadel. So taking the 4, I think, is not safe. Alright, so we got the backwater. Not great. We're really susceptible to a basic land on the top. If we have a basic land on top, I think we lose. More or less. Not 100%, but it's not great. We can play one, we'll be able to play 1 land. That's it. There's no revoke existence in standard, is there? God, that would be a swift kick in the Citadel. I mean, the only thing that's going to really mess me up is double land. Double land is something I can't work with. Okay, we can scry now, so we'll play the land for now. We'll play it tapped. Alright, good. Wall of Ruins, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Good. Yep. He helps us, he helps us with our top decking. Who's used a timeout? He used a timeout? Why is he timing out? Yeah, we're going to keep him right on top. Then we're going to play it. Great. Gain some life. Then we're going to play the Guard Mage. Great. That'll gain us some life. Yep. Angel's going to help with that life gain. Alright, so we need to scry now. Well, we got to get that land on the bottom. Come on. Come on. Don't be a land. Don't be a land. Oh, it's a land. Oh, we are not good. So that's not good. So we're not dead unless he can make my guys, unless he plays a bond, if he plays Bond of Discipline, we lose. So for now, we're just going to have to play it under the assumption that he can't. And then we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is going to be tough. If he has that bond, we lose. Or if he can somehow get that Pride Mate through. Right now I'm banking on chump blocking with the wall, but I don't know. He's probably going to go for Samet because that is a pretty big threat. The Revival Revenge, if I cast it next turn, can probably get him into kill range, assuming I don't have really bad luck off the top of my deck. The good news is the land is going to get drawn into my hand, so the probability of triple land happening is really slim. So even if the land goes to my hand and there's another land on top, I can scry it away with Samet. And, I can obviously play one from the top of the deck. So we're pretty safe right now. Yeah, he recognized that need. So right now, we're just going to block. How many got? 1, 2, 3 going at him. He only needs 1. I guess we block them. with those, because we still need to make sure we get life gain triggers. If we can't have the life gain triggers, at least one life gain trigger with the Angel and Impassioned Orator, like they synergize really nicely. So you need to keep at least one Orator there, ideally. And the Angel really just augments the Orator. So, or Orator. So you really want to keep an Angel and an Orator out. What do he got? What, like, I want to know what he has. Is he pumping things? It's got to give at least +2/+2, otherwise it's not going to kill Samet. It may have been +1/+1. Maybe it's like the one that gives +1/+1 to 2 creatures. And was hoping to use it and kill both the Angel and the Orator. I really don't know. Very curious though. Alright, +2/+2.
My blades will always strike true. patient. You are not worthy. Your lies will not go unpunished.